السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد، فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وقضى ربك ألا تعبدوا إلا إياه وبالوالدين إحسانا. وقال سبحانه وتعالى: إما يبلغن عندك الكبر كلاهما أو أحدهما فلا تقل لهما أف ولا تنهرهما وقل لهما قولا كريما واخفض لهما جناح الذل من الرحمة وقل رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا. صدق الله مولانا العلي العظيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. صلى الله على النبي الأمي وآله صلى الله عليه وسلم. صلاة وسلام عليك يا رسول الله. اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا وأنت يا حي يا قيوم تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا. اللهم يا كريم أكرمنا بنور الفهم وأخرجنا من ظلمات الوهم ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. Inshallah Azza wa Jal, today we will commence the 185th covenant from the Muhammadan covenants of Imam Abdul Wahhab Al-Sha'rani rahimahullah rahmatan wasi'ah. A very important covenant which we have discussed elsewhere many a times, and you have heard numerous speeches on this. You must have read many ahadith on this topic, many ayat of Al-Quran Al-Karim. So this covenant is to encourage people to have filial piety. Walidain ki khidmat karna, walidain ki izzat karna, walidain ki takreem karna, और यहाँ तक के वालिदैन तो है ही, उनके साथ अल्लाह ताला ने हमें जो अच्छा बर्ताव रखने का हुक्म दिया वो तो है ही अपनी जगह, लेकिन वालिदैन के दोस्तों के साथ भी हुस्न सलूक करना, ये भी उसके अंदर, उस ज़ुमरे के अंदर शामिल है। वालिदैन के दोस्तों के साथ अच्छा सलूक करना, वालिदैन जिनके साथ मोहब्बत करते हैं तो औलाद को भी उनके साथ मोहब्बत करना, ये सारी चीज़ें उसमें शामिल हैं। तो इसके बारे में इमाम अब्दुल वहाब शारनी रहमतुल्लाह अलैह ने यहाँ पर कुछ तहरीर फरमाया है, जो आज इंशाल्लाह हम बयान करने की कोशिश करेंगे। बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। उख़िज़ अलैना अल-अहदुल आम मिन रसूलिल्लाहि सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि व आलिहि वसल्लम अन नुरग़िब इख़वानना फ़ी बिर्रि वालिदैहिम व सिलतिहिम वल इहसानि इलैहिम व बिर्रि अस्दिक़ाइहिम मिन बअदिहिमा व नुबय्यिनु लहुम तअकीद ताअतिहिमा ويقاس على ذلك بر والد القلب من المشائخ وصلته والإحسان إليه وبر أصدقائه من بعده وبيان تأكيد حقه. He mentions here that this covenant has been taken from us, which reaches the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wa alihi wasallam, that we encourage our brothers to have filial piety, to be good with their parents, to be courteous and to have affection on their parents, just as they showed mercy to him when he was young, when the children were young. And we encourage them that they maintain ties of kinship with their parents, that they do not desert their parents, especially at a time and at an age where they need their children the most. Which is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He generally mentions about children being good to their parents, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also says, إِمَّا يَبْلُغَنَّ عِنْدَكَ الْكِبَرَ كِلَاهُمَا وَأَحَدُهُمَا. If both of them or one of them reach old age and you are alive, فَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ وَلَا تَنْهُرْهُمَا. Don't even scold them with the word uff, which is the least form of expression of displeasure or distaste, or shrugging the shoulders. وَاخْفِضْ لَهُمَا جَنَاحَ الذُّلِّ مِنَ الرَّحْمَةِ. Lower the wings of mercy for your parents. Nowadays children obviously shrug their shoulders and act arrogantly and behave arrogantly towards their parents. They will be devoid and deprived of any spiritual elevation, any spiritual blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we also inform them and encourage them to have a good relationship, to maintain a good conduct with the friends of their parents after they pass away. After the parents pass away, we're not only obliged to fulfill their rights, even after their passing away, they have rights over us. Not only that we fulfill those rights, amongst those rights is also to respect and to revere and to have a good conduct with our parents' friends, with our dad's friends, with our mother's friends, sending food to them, for example, looking after them if they are old, for example, etc., etc. Obviously within the limits that the Sharia has explained. وَنُبَيِّنُ لَهُمْ تَأْكِيدَ طَاعَتِهِمَا, and we also explain to them the importance and the significance that the Quran and the Sunnah has given to respecting the parents, to being good with them, maintaining a good conduct with the parents, maintaining ties of kinship with one's parents. We explain to them تَأْكِيدُ طَاعَتِهِمَا, the importance and the emphasis of obedience to one's parents. Now, Huzur Hafidhul Millat wa Deen, Shah Abdul Aziz Al-Muhaddith Al-Mubarakpuri radiyallahu ta'ala anhu wa arda, one of the foremost students of Sadr al-Sharia, Allama Amjad Ali Rahimahullah, used to say that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands us to obey our parents, yes? To obey our parents. This is not just in the instructions, the awamir, the injunction, the commands that they give. We have to obviously obey them in the commands that they give. Do this, do that, obviously, with the disclaimer, obviously with the condition that it is not against the Sharia, it is not against the Quran and the Sunnah. Whatever command they give, we follow them. He says even in mubah things, mubah, permissible things, in permissible things, when they give you an instruction to do something mubah, it also becomes wajib. This is the extent that the children need to obey their parents, and they will receive the barakah of this in this world and more so in the hereafter, inshallah azza wa jalla. ويقاس على ذلك بر والد القلب من المشايخ وصلته والإحسان إليه وبر أصدقائه من بعده وبيان تأكيد حقه. You can analogize, use the same example for the importance of respecting, the importance of revering, the importance of following, the importance of obeying, the importance of showing affection and mercy to birru walidil qalb. Walidul qalb, the father of the heart, the father of the spiritual heart. You have two fathers. You have the father who gave, the father who nourished you, the parents who nourished you, the parents who are a cause of your coming into this world. But then you also have walidul qalb, your spiritual father, your physical, biological father, and your spiritual father. Who is your spiritual father? Your spiritual father is your shaykh, the shaykh fi tariqah. So at this, with the same token, with the same emphasis that there is for respecting parents, the biological parents, it is equally as important to respect one's shaykh. One shaykh who is firm in the Sharia, firm in the usul principles of the Sharia and the tariqah, it is important to respect them. From the mashayikh, and to maintain good ties of kinship with them, and to be good with them, and to treat them with kindness, and to also respect and to show kindness and to have a good conduct with your mashayikhs, with your spiritual guides, friends, after their demise, and the importance and the significance of the right over the disciple, equally. In fact, even more so. ويحتاج العامل بهذا العهد إلى توفيق زائد في هذا الزمان مع مصاحبة أستاذ يطلعه على مقام الوالدين المذكورين. The one who wants to truly follow this covenant, sentence for sentence, word for word, letter for letter, is in need of divine guidance, is in need of guiding success from Allah subhanahu, additional guiding success. And such a person is also in need of being in the company of a teacher who teaches these people, these children, about the importance of respecting one's own parents, one's biological father, and one's spiritual father, one's spiritual guide. If you do not sit in the company of those people who teach you the etiquettes and the rights of the parents over the children, then seldom will children respect the parent. They will not even know what is the right of the parent. Okay, there are many rights of the parents over the children, and obviously with the same tone, many rights that the children have over their parents. Al-Azhari rahmatullah mentions them extensively in many of his rasail. وذلك لا يكون في أبي الروح إلا بعد اطلاع المريد على نفاسة الطريق ونفاسة ما يدعوه إليه الشيخ كشفا ويقينا. A person, a murid, will only be able to respect his spiritual father, Abu Ruh, the father of his soul, the father who nurtures him, disciplines his soul, disciplines the beast within. Only when he does what? إلا بعد اطلاع المريد على نفاسة الطريق. Only when the murid, the discipline, realizes the value of the path of tariqah. When we understand what does tariqah mean? Tariqah doesn't just mean, attending the gatherings of your shaykh, eating food with your shaykh and meeting your shaykh and khalas. No, tariqah is dedicating your entire life. It is an entire life's journey towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is why the seeker of the path of truth is known as salik. Salik means the one who walks the path. You can't pick and choose. So during the entire year we will be doing whatever we want, and when our shaykh comes, we then start to come to pray, come to do dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, come to pray our namaz, come to recite the Quran. No. When we have pledged allegiance at the hands of a shaykh, of a true guide, spiritual guide, it is the spiritual allegiance of your entire life. You have to dedicate your entire life in following the usul of the spiritual path. So a person, a murid, who really wants to fulfill the rights of his shaykh, he needs to understand the pricelessness, the value of the path of tariqah, of the path of suluk, of the spiritual path, and needs to understand the value of that which his shaykh is calling him towards. Kashfan wa yaqinan, either this is through experiential knowledge, through unveiling, he sees it. That subhanallah, before I was like this, before I was sinning, before someone was drinking alcohol, before someone was gambling, before someone was not praying their namaz. But as soon as he pledged allegiance at the hands of the shaykh, he came closer to the masjid, he came closer to the Quran, he came closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He understands this through yaqeen, through certitude, that my shaykh has given me such a beautiful gift of bringing me closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is only when he understands this, it is only then when he appreciates this fact that he will appreciate his shaykh, that he will respect his shaykh. So what do we understand from this? True shuyukh are those people who bring people, their murideen, closer to the masjid. Sahih maano mein peer wahi hai, shaykh wahi hai jo logon ko masjid se qareeb kare, Allah se qareeb kare. न कि वो जो मस्जिदों से दूर कर दे, या उलमा से दूर कर दे, या शरीयत के अहकामात से दूर कर दे. तो यही यहाँ जो शेख फरमाया जा रहा है, ये मुराद वही शयूख है जिनकी शराइत सब सनाब शरीफ में भी अल्लामा सैयद अब्दुल वाहिद बरगारामी रहमतुल्लाह ने बयान फरमाई, और जिनकी शराइत इमाम कुशैरी रहमतुल्लाह ने अपनी रिसाले कुशैरिया में जिक्र फरमाई ये शराइत. और इसके बारे में आपने खुद पिछले दर्स में भी समात किया था कि जब इमाम जलालुद्दीन सयूती रहमतुल्लाह ताला की कितने अजीम वली ने ये फरमाया था कि पीर के अंदर ये शराइत होनी चाहिए, सूफ़ी के अंदर ये शराइत होनी चाहिए, तो लोग इनके मुखालिफ हो गए. लोगों ने तरह तरह की ईज़ाइम को पहुँचाई, लोगों ने उनको इतनी तकलीफ़ पहुँचाई कि आखिर में आपने यही तय किया कि अब मैं लोगों के साथ खलमत नहीं करूँगा. आपने अलाहिदगी इख्तियार फरमाई. लोगों ने उनको उठा करके वुज़ू खाने में डाल दिया, यानी वो जो हौज़ होता है उसमें डाल दिया आपको. इतनी बेअदबी की. और फिर अल्लाह ताला ने सबको अज़ाब में मुसल्लत फरमाया था. हर किसी के भी इल्म ने उसको नफ़ा नहीं पहुँचाया, क्योंकि उन्होंने अल्लाह ताला की एक बहुत बड़े वली और आलिम रब्बानी की तौहीद की थी. And for further details about shuyukh and shaykh, who is a shaykh, you can read Imam Abdul Wahhab Sha'rani's other book, Lawaqihul Anwar fi Bayan Qawaid as-Sufiyya. Another book that he's written, extensive work on the conditions of a shaykh. وَإِلَّا فَمِنْ لَازِمِهِ, if the murid does not appreciate, does not understand, does not read, does not value the path of suluk, does not appreciate whatever his shaykh is calling him towards, then what will happen? فَمِنْ لَازِمِهِ كَثْرَةُ الْإِخْلَالِ بِتَعْظِيمِهِ وَعِصْيَانُهُ. Most often what will happen, the murid will infringe the rights of his shaykh. The murid will violate and break the covenant which he made with his shaykh. The murid will violate the rights of his spiritual guide, and he will disobey the shaykh. وسمعت أخي أفضل الدين رحمه الله يقول لا يتحرك عند مريد داعية التعظيم والإجلال لشيخه كما ينبغي إلا بعد الفتح عليه. I heard my shaykh, my brother, my spiritual brother, Shaykh Abdaluddin rahimahullah, say that there will be no incitement, there will be no encouragement in the murid, in the disciple, to respect his shaykh and to venerate his shaykh except after he has an opening at the hands of the shaykh. यानी मुरीद अपने शेख की उसी वक्त ताज़ीम करेगा. अक्सर मुरीद ऐसे होते हैं, अक्सर मुरीदीन का यही हाल है कि जब उनको कोई दुनियावी फ़ायदा हासिल होगा, ये देखेंगे कि शेख ने मुझे करामत दिखाई है या कोई रिस्क में बरकत आ गई, कारोबार में बरकत आ गई, तब उसके बाद जाकर के अपने शेख की ताज़ीम करेंगे. उससे पहले शेख की कदर भी नहीं करेंगे, शेख की ताज़ीम भी नहीं करेंगे. लेकिन जिस दिन कारोबार चमकेगा तो फिर हज़रत बोसा देंगे, माशाल्लाह, मुसाफा करेंगे, मुंह सफ़ा करेंगे, सब कुछ करेंगे. इससे पहले ये नहीं देखेंगे कि ये सुभान अल्लाह शरीयत व तरीक़त के अंदर ये गामज़न है, ये अल्लाह उसके प्यारे रसूल के नाइब हैं. इस वजह से कदर नहीं करेंगे. लोग उसी वक्त कदर करेंगे जब इनको कोई दुनियावी फ़ायदा शेख से हासिल होगा. So the majority of the disciples will only respect the shaykh, will only show reverence and to the shaykh, will only fulfill the rights of the shaykh and honor the shaykh as he ought to be after al-fath, after openings, after he sees good dreams, after he sees things through kashf, after he has spiritual experiences, which should not be the case. وَأَكْثَرُ الْمُرِيدِينَ قَدْ عَدِمُوا الْفَتْحَ فِي هَذَا الزَّمَانِ. But in this day and age, many people have been deprived of spiritual openings because they do not follow the path of suluk as it ought to be followed, because they do not fulfill the criterion and the conditions of how to be a disciple. Imam Sha'rani rahmatullahi alayhi has written another book on who is a murid, a true murid, and who is a bogus, false murid. He's written a book about that. So many of the people, many of the disciples, he's talking about 500 years before. Murideen are just by name, not by character, not by amal. Today's disciples are just disciples for the sake of just a spiritual affiliation with the shaykh, just to add themselves to the crowd and whatnot. There is no ikhlas in people. Illa mashallah, you see there are certain exceptions. Many of the murideen, many of the disciples in this day and age, they have been deprived of spiritual openings in this day and age. فَلِذَلِكَ كَانَ مِنْ لَازِمِهِمْ غَالِبًا عُقُوقُ الْأُسْتَاذَيْنِ وَعَدْمُ احْتِرَامِهِمْ. It is for this reason, it is because of this, as a result, as a consequence, they disobey their spiritual guide, they disobey their parents, they disrespect their parents, they do not listen to their spiritual guide. When their spiritual guide says to them, you need to recite a portion of the Quran, when their spiritual guide says to them, you need to pray namaz with jama'ah, when the spiritual shaykh tells them you need to recite a hizb of salawat upon the Prophet ﷺ, when the spiritual guide says to them, you need to ensure that every morsel of food that you take into your mouth is halal, when the spiritual guide tells them that you need to stay away from things that are even dubious and doubtful, the muridin don't listen to the shaykh. They don't listen. They will miss their prayers. They will engage in fraudulent means of acquiring wealth, of usurping wealth rather. They will disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala openly. They will openly reject the commands of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. They will do things which are contrary to the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Why? Because they don't have any spiritual openings. Because they are not worthy of having spiritual openings. So because they don't have these openings and futuhat, spiritual openings and barakah, which they could see with their own eyes, physically and in visionary dreams, they do not respect the shaykh. Allahu Akbar. वक़द तक़द्दम फ़ी हादिल उहूद, और किस तरह पहले ज़माने में हमारे असलाफ किस तरह अपने वालिदैन की ताज़ीम किया करते हैं, उसके बारे में आपके सामने एक वाक़या पेश करता हूँ। वक़द तक़द्दम फ़ी हादिल उहूद अन्न उमर इब्न अब्दुल अज़ीज़ रज़ियल्लाहु तआला अन्हु व अर्दा मुन्ज़ु वआ अला नफ़्सिही लम यअकुल मअ वालिदतिही खौफन अन तस्बुक़ ऐनुहा इला लुक़मतिन औ क़ितअति लहमिन औ रुतबतिन औ इनबतिन फयअकुलुहा व हुवा ला यशउर. He mentions that we have already previously mentioned in the covenants before. It will come afterwards as well. He also mentioned about Imam An-Nawawi rahimahullah. The Khalifa Hazrat Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, जो खलीफा थे, जिनकी खिलाफत के बारे में फरमाया जाता है कि इनकी खिलाफत राशिदा के नहज पर थी. ये छठे खलीफा राशिद थे रज़ियल्लाहु. The sixth rightly guided Khalif in Islam, Sayyiduna Umar ibn Abdul Aziz radiallahu ta'ala anhu warda. Since the day he became aware of the respect of parents, since the day he reached maturity, from that day onwards he never once sat with his mother to eat they never sat on one table mat. They never ate from one plate. He never sat with his mother to eat. Why? He said, out of fear that she may look at a morsel of food, she may look at some dates that are on the plate, she may look at a piece of meat on the plate, she may look at a piece of grape on the plate, and she would want it, but unknowingly Umar ibn Abdul Aziz would eat it before her mother would eat it, and he would deem this as disrespectful and disobedience. Therefore he stopped eating with his mother. Even that he regarded as disobedience. This was the same way, the same behavior of Imam Yahya ibn Sharaf al-Nawawi, Shaykhul Islam wal-Muslimin, Al-Qutb al-Rabbani radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. He never once sat with his parents to eat for the same reason. خوفا أن تسبق عينها إلى لقمة. Out of fear that my parents are sitting with me, we're eating from one plate, they may look at a morsel of food and they want that, and unknowingly I take that morsel of food, I precede them in eating that food, eating that piece of meat, eating that piece of date, eating that grape from the plate, and my mother or my parents are devoid of eating it, so I deem this as disobedience. Therefore from that day onwards they stop eating with their parents. So if this is the extent of love and affection and care and concern that they had with their parents, can we imagine in other aspects of life how much they would be respecting their parents? This is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them the great khilaf, al-khilafatul rashid. This is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made them Shaykhul Islam. Today everyone wants to become Shaykhul Islam, yet they don't even respect their parents, which is the first step of acquiring wilayah, of acquiring taqwa, of acquiring closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Shaykh Bayezid al-Bistami rahimahullah mentioned, and he says this, every single the close proximity which I received to the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I received all of it through the blessings of serving my mother. And the things which I did not receive through years of mujahada and spiritual exercise exercise with my ego, the things which I did not receive after that, I received in a moments of servitude, in a moments of service at the feet of my mother. Allahu Akbar. وقد كان الطلبة والمريدون في الزمن الماضي يجلون أشياخهم في الطريق وآباءهم من الطريق ولو صار أحدهم شيخ الإسلام. In the time before us, this is Imam Sha'rani rahimahullah is talking about, he's approximately 500 years before. He's talking about an age before his age, an age which preceded his age, an era which preceded his era. In the era before us, that preceded us, at-talaba, students of the sacred knowledge and the disciples, they would venerate their shaykh, their shaykh in the path of suluk. They would respect their parents, they would venerate their parents, they would honor their parents, they would honor their spiritual guides and their spiritual fathers, even if they reach the stage of becoming Shaykhul Islam. You know what Shaykhul Islam is? Today we just give these titles to people who are not even worthy of being given the title Shaykhul Islam. Shaykhul Islam is an honorific title that the ulama have given to specific individuals. For example, Shaykhul Islam Imam Ibn Hajar Al-Asqalani rahimahullah. Shaykhul Islam Imam Jalaluddin Suyuti rahimahullah. Shaykhul Islam Imam Yahya ibn Sharaf al-Nawawi rahimahullah, and other great scholars. Recently, in the recent past, this title was given to Al-Imam Ahmad Rida, Shaykhul Islam wal-Muslimin radiyallahu ta'ala. This is a very honorific, very great, highly esteemed title. So in the previous eras, when ulama used to reach the level of becoming Shaykhul Islam, even then they would humble themselves before their teachers. They would humble themselves before their spiritual guides. They would humble themselves before their parents. And today we are nobody, and we behave arrogantly towards the mashayikh, we behave arrogantly towards our parents. This is an afatu zaman. وَذَلِكَ لِنَظَرِهِمْ إِلَى الدَّارِ الْآخِرَةِ. Why did they used to do that? Because they were looking at the eternal abode. They were looking at the abode hereafter. The blessings that they will receive for respecting their shaykh in this world. The blessings and the barakah and the lofty station that they will receive in the akhirah for venerating their shaykh. They were looking at that. وَقَدْ صَارَ غَالِبُ النَّاسِ الْيَوْمَ يَبَصَرُهُ مَقْصُورٌ عَلَى أَحْوَالِ الدُّنْيَا وَزِينَتِهَا. But unfortunately, the majority of the people today, their eye is restricted, their gaze is restricted to worldly pleasures, worldly embellishments, to the adornment of this world, to money, to fame, to fortune, to the Facebook fan boy club that they have, to social media, etc., etc. حتى إني أعرف شخصا من المدرسين بالجامع الأزهري والمفتين به جاءت والده من الريف فأنكرها خوفا أن تزدريه امرأته المصرية. الله أكبر. He says, Imam Sha'rani rahmatullah alayh, कि मैंने अपने ज़माने में एक ऐसे शख्स को देखा जिसको आलिम भी कहना तौहीन है, एक मौलवी को मैंने देखा जो जामिया अज़हर में पढ़ाता था, वहाँ का मुफ्ती भी था, कि जब उसकी वालिदा वो देहात के इलाके में रहती थी और ये काहिरा में रहता था, which Cairo, obviously Cairo, densely populated city, आसिमतु Misr. When his mother came, obviously with tacky clothing, with disheveled hair probably, and you know, with dirt, etc. She was probably a peasant. She came from a rural area, was a Bedouin. When she came to meet her son was a teacher at Al-Azhari. Imam Sha'rani says, I saw with my own eyes, I know about a man who calls himself Mudarris from the teachers in Jami Al-Azhar, and a mufti, someone who issues legal edicts in Jami Al-Azhar. When his mother came to him from the rural areas, Ankaraha, he avowed her. He said, why have you come here? As if he was saying, why have you come here? मैं जामिया अज़हर का उस्ताद हूँ और तू यहाँ आई है मैले कुचेले कपड़े, माज़अल्लाह से माज़अल्लाह. इस तरह इसका अंदाज था. खौफन अन तज़दरियहु इम्राअतुहु al-Misri, out of fear that his wife, who was from Cairo, would look at his mother with contempt. Because of his wife, he disavowed his mother. Because of his wife, he disrespected his mother. Because of his wife, he disobeyed his mother. Because of his own wife, he disrespected his mother in front of other people. To such an extent, he says here, وَقَالَ لَا يَا عَجُوزُ. Not even the way he addressed his mother, Allahu Akbar. किस अंदाज से उसने अपने वालिदा को पुकारा, उसने कहा, ए बूढ़ी औरत. ये भी नहीं कहा, ए मेरी माँ. He said, O old woman, Astaghfirullah. Ya ajuz, in qulti ana shaykh akhrajtuki. If you tell people here, you've come to Cairo, to Jami Al-Azhar, right, to meet me, yes. But if you declare and tell people that you are my mother, if people get to know that you are my mother, then I'm gonna kick you out. Akhrajtuki, I will kick you out. وَلَمْ أُعِدْ أُمَكِّنُكِ مِنَ الدُّخُولِ إِلَى دَارِ أَبَدًا. Now, if you do this, never after this will I ever allow you to enter my home, ever after that. अगर तूने ये कह दिया लोगों से कि मैं इस शेख की माँ हूँ, और लोगों को पता चल गया तो मैं इसके बाद कभी भी तुझे मेरे घर में दाखिल होने की इजाज़त क़त्अन नहीं दूंगा इसके बाद। यानी कैसी कैसी औलाद, और इसका इल्म क्या इसको फ़ायदा देगा? इसका ऐसे लोगों का इल्म इनके मुंह पे मारा जाएगा। फ़कान यक़ूल अल-ख़ादिम ग़द्दैतुम अल-अजूज़ अल-फ़ल्लाहा अशैतुम अल-अजूज़ अल-फ़ल्लाहा। He would address, how would he say? He would go to his khadim, this so-called sheikh in Al-Azhar. He would go to his servant, and he would order the servant, make sure that you feed the old peasant woman. Make sure that you feed the old woman the evening meal. Yeah, doesn't even say that, doesn't even address her with the word my mother, ummi. Subhanallah akbar. مع أن عنده المال والثواب والثياب ويترجمه الناس بأكثر من 10,000 دينار, in spite the fact that he has a lot of wealth and a lot of clothing, and people actually gift him 10,000 gold coins. 10,000, أكثر, rather more than 10,000 gold dinars were given to this sheikh. Even then he did not respect his mother. He did not spend even an ounce of that money on his mother. ولو أنه كان فيه رائحة الأدب مع الله تعالى وقبل وصيته في قوله وبالوالدين إحسانا لكساها بدلة قماش وصارت الشيخ على رؤوس الأشهاد. الله أكبر. Had he even an ounce of adab, अगर इसके पास अदब का एक थोड़ा सा जर्रा भी होता इसके पास, इस जाहिल आलिम के पास, तो वो अल्लाह ताला के, अगर ये, if he had even an ounce of adab with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and if he was to accept the counsel of Allah, which Allah gives in the verse وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا, have a good conduct with your parents, he would have given her her full costume. He would have spent all of his money on his mother. And he would have announced to all the people, Alhamdulillah, this is my mother. He would have laid his chadar, his shawl on the floor, and allowed his mother to sit before the people, and would have announced to them with great honor and dignity that this is my mother, who disciplined me, who nurtured me, who made me to such an extent that I am Shaykh Al-Azhar today. I am a mufti today. فَبِاللَّهِ أَيْنَ ثَمَرَةُ عِلْمِ مِثْلِي. It would be known to other people, عَلَى رُؤُوسِ الْأَشْهَادِ, amongst all of the people, that she is the mother of the Shaykh. فَبِاللَّهِ أَيْنَ ثَمَرَةُ عِلْمِ مِثْلِ هَذَا. So by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, where is the fruit of this knowledge? Where is the benefit of all the knowledge that he had? He had no benefit from his knowledge. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions, كَمَثَلِ الْحِمَارِ يَحْمِلُ أَسْفَارًا. Like donkeys that carry books. What benefit is the donkey going to have except for tiring itself at the end? So are those people who just learn and learn and learn, but there is no amal with ikhlas. فَإِيَّاكَ يَا أَخِي ثُمَّ إِيَّاكَ. So be warned, O my akhi, O my brother. Caution yourself, O my brother. अल्लाह ताला हम सबको अपने वालिदैन की ताज़ीम करने की तौफ़ीक़ अता फ़रमाए, उनके हुकूक़ को बजा लाने की तौफ़ीक़ अता फ़रमाए, उनकी दुआएं लेने की तौफ़ीक़ अता फ़रमाए, और अल्लाह ताला हमें अपने वालिदैन की तौहीन और उनके हुकूक़ की हक़ तलफ़ी करने से अल्लाह ताला हमें महफूज़ व मामून फ़रमाए। सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि